Well, The Outlaw Johnny Black, that was a film that you put together yourself. You wrote it, directed it, produced it. Without going into specifics, the money you made off Outlaw Johnny Black, was that more than any of the checks you got for acting?
Oh yeah, it's going to continue. It's long run money. It's it's mailbox money. I tend to have created movies that keep being played over and over.
Yeah.
And so my deal is not necessarily a whole bunch, a bunch of money up front, certain amount, of course, but it's like, I know the type of movies I do. People find them, as opposed to having a lot of money dealing with a studio that's going to barrage and put millions and millions of dollars on commercials that you're just going to fast forward. That things like Black Dynamite become cult, and people play them over and over and over. And Outlaw Johnny Black is that same kind of a thing, to where people keep discovering it. And when you have that long run, it's more profitable than, hitting hard in the beginning and having to owe a lot of companies for, a lot of marketing dollars and everything else, which gets a little, tricky. Right. So my thing is, it's in the long run type.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is, a lot of times the marketing of a movie is as big as the budget.
Usually.
So if you're talking about a $10 million budget, sometimes they have to spend $10 million to market it.
Right.
So it's really $20 million.
Yeah, and sometimes they spend that type of money to market it because they have to compete with everything else.
Exactly.
And so they got to force feed that thing down your throat. Yeah. Commercials, everything else, and sippy cups and all that kind of stuff, which costs a lot. And you got to make that money back before you see anything.
Right.
So, if they put $20 million into the marketing, that's $20 million that has to come back to them before you get a dime.
Correct. Which is how regular business works. Right.
And not only that if that $20 million in marketing, and then you got the money that was used to make the movie, that has to come back, and the marketing money has to come back.
Right.
Then you get your dime.
Exactly. So if you don't have a blockbuster on your hands, you probably won't get anything, which is what I dealt with myself.
This is the truth.
When I did my
you
first
have a slow burn that didn't cost much in marketing, but people find it and they watch it and watch it and watch it. Like I tell you, like Blood and Bone, that movie is constantly watched.
Did you put that movie together yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So you produced that.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
And that's a cult classic.
Yeah. So that, the proceeds are long and they,
Did you try to get that movie done with a big studio?
No.
Okay. So you just said, okay, I'm totally going.
Big studios were ignorant. Big studios were like, we're not going to put this money in a black guy that doesn't sell overseas. Fuck y'all. Then look at it. You know what I mean? So that's what the deal was, because it's an action movie. But again, what I just said a little while ago, people are going to use whatever excuse to act on what's in their heart. I might not be the type that makes an executive feel very, secure or whatever. That's on them. In the room, maybe they're intimidated, or who knows. But there's a lot of things that go into kind of putting us into the margins, and so they're gonna, if they want to do that, they're gonna search for whatever that reason is, and usually that reason is, they don't sell overseas, and that's what it is. Oh, they don't sell overseas. Interesting, because I've argued for years that, wait a minute, what black action movie doesn't sell overseas? Crickets, because I did my research. All black action movies make money overseas. Wesley Snipes was making more money than Denzel, quietly, And people did not realize that. And in Wesley Snipes' day, he was making far more money than
Oh yeah,
Denzel.
like Blade and movies like that. Of course. I
Oh,
can see
no,
that.
I mean, not even Blade. I'm talking about, Passenger 57, Art of War, all these things, all these movies that sold around the world. He was making a killing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too bad he didn't pay his taxes.
See, people always want to do what's in their heart. They don't want to say some fucked up shit. They just
No,
look for an
all I'm
excuse.
saying is, listen, I'm being facetious. All I'm
I
saying
know, I'm
is,
messing with you.
I'm being facetious. All I'm saying is that he was on an incredible trajectory,
True, yeah.
and having to do all that jail time, ultimately where he is now, I feel like he could have been a mega star by now if it wasn't for that jail stint.
Yeah,
Because he was like doing all big budget A-list movies.
Yeah, I'm not trying to turn it into like.
I love Wesley.
Yeah,
I love Wesley. It's not a shout at you, Weslly.
Yeah, well, why we got to go there? We didn't got to go
All
there.
I'm saying is, hey, man, listen, things could
my-
get you off track. You could be,
the point being, action movies
Yes.
sell overseas.
Yes, exactly.
Ta-da.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.